So I don't know if you can hear me. I tried to go live before, but apparently when you're using your webcam, I couldn't seem to work out how to switch back to sharing screen and backwards. So I will practice that on my own. So you're going to see in front of you here a screen of the Keyword Assistant. So this is a picture I uploaded just before I started this live stream. And you can see I've uploaded a photograph of a harbour with some fishing boats in front. So our new uploader has detected that it's a landscape photograph. It would have by default had miscellaneous set, and at miscellaneous you can't save the upload. It prevents you from doing that, and that's because we want you to clarify what category of photograph you are uploading, and that's important because when customers come to the site they want to filter photographs by a certain category. So this could be landscape, or it could in fact be nautical, but I'm going to put it in landscape just for this the purpose of this. So one of the things that I noticed people giving us some feedback about earlier on the group was the pre-population of this title, description, the primary keyword, and the keywords themselves. So what happens today when you upload a photograph to the site, it will try to detect what type of photograph you're uploading, and it will give you effectively a template, a sort of selection of words that should trigger in your mind something to use. We don't recommend you leaving it like this because very generic keywords aren't going to get you found quickly. People are looking for quite specific locations. So this harbour is actually in a small Cornish fishing village called Mevagissey. Now this happens to be a place that I went to a lot as a kid with my mum and dad. We went there on holiday, every year for about 10 years. So I've got fond memories of Mevagissey. So what I've noticed, a lot of people are obviously clicking the save button. I don't know how many of you are currently using the keyword template tool. So maybe it's a case of us changing the wording of this to help people understand what it does or the power of it. Or maybe we could put a link closer here. I know this button seems to be a long way away from the form, and that could be causing a bit of confusion. But anyway, here it is. So this is the keyword assistant. So you can see it's brought in the keywords that were already in the sort of the AI that we've built that's pulled these out automatically for you. As I say, these are very generic. They're not going to help you sell your photograph immediately. So I'm going to type in the word Mevagissey there. Now, before you can get anything to work, you're going to need to give it a template name. And the reason why we've gone to the bother of creating this template system is so you could actually create your own templates down the bottom. You could put your own copyright stamps, things like that in there if you wanted to reuse it in the future. So we're going to call this I don't know, Mevagissey, and I've already got a template there called Mevagissey, so I'm going to call it Mevagissey 2, and I'm going to ask our database to check nearly 20 years worth of data to see if we can find some useful keywords to sort of start me off. Now, one thing we've done is we've randomized these keywords. So the last thing we want to do is get 20 people uploading the photograph of Mevagissey all the same keywords. So if you click this button a couple of times, you'll get some new generation. You might find something that's a little bit more relevant to the keyword that you've got up here. So let's go for it. So it's definitely Mevagissey. Now the primary keyword is definitely not yellow. That's not going to help me. It's going to be a Mevagissey harbour. Okay. I will explain why this is so important later. Okay. So Mevagissey, quayside. There is sky, but I mean it's not really that relevant. It's not going to help me sell the photograph. Nautical sunset. It's not a sunset. There are cottages in the background, but maybe I could add Mevagissey cottages. I've got a tool actually here which you might be interested in using. It's called Grammarly. So it automatically checks any form fields and it detects whether or not I should have a capitalization. So Mevagissey cottages, chain, no, ship, yes. Yeah, it's scenic, but again, a very generic term. So if someone is searching specifically for Mevagissey Harbour, I really want to have these keywords towards the beginning of my keyword selection. Buildings and lifestyles, really again not that relevant. Waves, potentially. I don't think there's a lighthouse in that, so I'm going to get rid of that. English, yeah, yacht. Get rid of that as well. Okay. So at this stage, I've got a choice. I can use the keywords, save the keywords, or clear them. I'm going to save them. So the template has now been created down here. You see it? Mevagissey 2. Now, the reason why this is handy, if I was going to be uploading, if I walked around the harbour, I'd got there maybe an hour before sunset, and I'd planned my photographic shoot to really optimise the time I was going to spend there. I could reuse this template again for maybe 4 or 5 uploads, pump the keywords in there, change them just a little bit, and then save them back to your upload. So that's the reason why we've built this tool. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. So I'm going to use these keywords, and can you see how they've transformed and pushed them into there like that properly? Okay, so that's how that tool at the moment is working. We're going to spend some time sort of looking for feedback from you guys to see how we can improve that form going forward. That's how it's meant to be used. Now, why is the primary keyword so important? Now, we use that keyword in our Google Ads campaigns. So it is very important that that primary keyword or key phrase that can be up to 3 words is very, very specific. Really try and explain that picture in 3 words. I can't explain how important that is for the success. And the top sellers on the site really understand that. And I suppose I've been at fault for not really being very clear about the usefulness of that box and improving your sales. So if I save it, it's going to minify it, and then I've got another 4 more slots I can create. Now at the moment, this tool is not available on the main members website. And the reason why it's not available is because we are completely rebuilding the members website at the moment in new technology. And the technology that this has been built on is brand new, it's state of the art. So unfortunately, it won't work with our members website. So we will integrate it eventually. But at the moment, we've got a different development team working on this. So the feedback we get from you about this will be important, because as we improve it, we will then transform and port this into the new members website when the new members website goes live. Okay, so that's how it works. So I'm going to create a new poll in the group looking for some feedback around it. We are planning, or we're actually going to be testing next week, the additional of a total of 10 slots that people can upload into. So if you're a new member watching this video and you still don't have more than 10 pictures approved, then you'd have to do this twice to get to your 10 slots. But if you've already got approved status and you can upload direct without us checking every photograph, we're thinking we're going to probably add another 5 slots to this, so that will speed things up. The next thing that's going to be added is collections. Now, a couple of guys mentioned that you were looking forward to that. I've been working on a whole new way of basically managing portfolios. That's in development at the moment. I am testing it here with some test data. So myself and Tom are going to be working on that, and we are hoping we can release that uh, probably the middle of October, and then you'll be able to upload direct into collections as well. And there was one other thing that I was going to say is that we're going to actually open up those collections. This is quite exciting. We're going to enable our customers to create collections of images that they are looking for. So that's going to be quite an exciting development. So we will have a whole portal for that where you can look for collections that customers are creating, and then you can actually upload your photographs into them. So if you're watching this video, you can get excited about that because nobody else knows about it. Okay. Have any of you got any questions? If you have, I'm going to hang around for 5 minutes, and you can drop some comments in the video right now, and I'll answer any questions you might have right now. I think next time I'll schedule a time when I'm going to do this, and hopefully we'll get a few more people join us live. I think we got up to about 15 people watching it at that time, so I think more the merrier. Not actually sure because this is only now the second time I've ever gone live, whether anybody's actually able to ask me any questions in here or not. I know there's 12 of you watching, but whether or not you can actually interact with it, I don't know. But maybe I'll just leave it at this and drop out. I think after the stream finishes, I can trim it and then publish it to the group so people can watch it, go back and forwards over it. So if you've got any questions about this video, you can drop them into the group after I've published it, and I'm sure I've missed something, or bound to have missed something. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.